Hi everyone, welcome to again in the today video. So today we'll talk about in the current video we'll talk about the debugger. What is the debugger? So when you preview your app, so there is a three type. So this is the debugger. Normal. So in the debugger. So first understand what is debugger and what is the use of the debugger. So basically debugger help you in finding a error, finding the root cause of error where you got an issue. For example, you integrate on one API and you think okay, I am calling a right, I am implementing a right way of adding integrating the API, but my why in my database it is not able to log in. Why I am not able to properly implement the API function? So that for that sort of issue, or for example, you want to check why my data is not populated from the DB. So you need to figure out what exactly gone wrong. Is it an API issue? Is it front end rendering issue? Whatever the issue, you will to figure out. For example, just click on the logout button. So before going deep dive in the debugger, let's understand these are three you can say type of the debugger. First one is normal. It is normal. It nothing sort of. I think it is just it is a usual flow. So second is slow. What does slow do? So when you click when you in the slow mode and when you click on get started, so auto will populate and like there is no after like I think few seconds it will automatically move to the next step whatever task you have to done. So it is something like okay, you want to see the feature of the website in a slow mode, or you what exactly happen when you click a button or API in a slow mode. That will so that is the thing. Third is step by step. Step by step is something ki what are the steps are doing? You are controlling them. For example, if I click on the get started, so it will ask me run next. So if I till the time I don't click on the run next, the function will in the freeze mode. So it will tell you a lot of things. So for example, when you click on the get started button, it will tell you okay, properties. One property is conceived because we have clicked on the get started button and button get started clicked. So it will tell you what are the properties of that button. So the button is get started and next it will tell you what is the next task. So the next task is scroll to UI element. When you click on the run next, it will tell you scroll to UI element. So the scroll to UI element button is grayed out. So it will tell you okay, or it will tell you some detail. For example, what are the element? So element name is UI element. So it will hover you na. So you will able to see the red portion over there. So it will yeah. So when you hover on the any type of UI, it will highlight it. So what the UI? So it is UI, and when you click on the next, it automatically do its task. This is the three type. And now comes to the now this section. There is one inspect. So inspect is something you can inspect any element. Okay, what is that element? What is its current status? For example, when you I just click on the inspect button, and I can click on any button, any field or any input type, any UI element. So it will tell its current properties. For example, I clicked on the this field standard input field. Its value is empty. It is valid? Yes. It is not valid? No. So it is the what you can say. So it will highlight its properties basically, this input field property, and it will also highlight other conditions. Is there any condition already that putting upon the fields? Yeah, there is a condition. So condition one is the input is hovered. The second is the input is focused. So these are sort of the conditions. These are the border color and what will happen when the input is hovered. What will happen when the input is focused. So sort of. And other properties are there. What is the placeholder name? What is the content format? Is it text, email, password, anything? There's a lot of properties out there you can understand. It depends upon what is the case you are stuck in. That will help a lot. Personally, for me, it will help me a lot. In even a lot of programming. So for I do a Android programming also. That, but in that case also is my best friend to like find an issue and all. Third is this button. I don't know what we usually call it. What is the name of this button? I hope my you are able to see my pointer. I'm just rounding around. So it's a caution, I think, caution marks, caution symbol. Yeah. So if you calling any sort of API on the page or any button click, so and API didn't work well. For example, the API give you a 401, any error apart from 200. So if you click here, na, so it will highlight it by the exclamation red mark. It will tell you what exactly goes wrong. What is the response of the API? Why it is giving a 401, 402, whatever. This is all about the debugger. If you any question, just let me know. And bye bye. Till then, like, share, subscribe my channel.